Hello, my name is Dornet Mullings, and I am the founder of Justice Interrupted. Justice Interrupted is a movement born out of heartbreak, truth, and the relentless pursuit of answers. This movement started in the aftermath of my fight for the truth about my twin brother, Calvin Berry's highly suspicious death. And there are too many questions remain unanswered. This is why my fight for answers continues. These many questions demand answers. And Justice Interrupted demands only one thing: the truth. This is Season 1, Episode 10, titled The Silence of the Fifth. In the pursuit of truth, words matter. But sometimes silence speaks louder. And that's exactly what happened when my brother, Calvin's wife, was questioned under oath. When faced with the most critical questions about the night she reported my brother, her husband, missing, she did not answer the questions. Instead, she pled the fifth. April 26, 2024, the day of her deposition. It was supposed to be a day for truth. A day where questions would be finally answered. But instead, it became the day of silence. The court reporter was ready. The attorneys were ready. I was ready. And there she was, calm, detached, almost rehearsed. When the question came, the tone in her voice did not waver. The question was, did you answer a phone call at 2:54 a.m. on March 11, 2021, the morning you reported your husband missing? She replied, I plead the fifth. Next question, did you know who was calling at that time? She answered, I plead the fifth. Next question, was that call from your husband's mistress? Her answer, I plead the fifth. Not once, not twice, but again and again and again. The Fifth Amendment, a right meant to protect the innocent, but it became a shield against the truth, the wall of silence. Did you tell others it might have been a kidnapper? I plead the fifth. Did you lie to the Port St. Lucie Police Department investigators? I plead the fifth. Did you know how Calvin ended up in the canal behind your house? I plead the fifth. Each stamp of I plead the fifth builds a wall between truth and justice. So what came before her deposition? For 3 years, she spoke freely. She gave statements to the police. She told detectives that Calvin left at midnight and he took nothing with him, because she said his phone, his keys, his wallet were all left inside the bedroom. She even went on to say he does not go anywhere without his phone. But when she was under oath, when her words could finally be held to light, the talking stopped. What changed? Was it because by then the evidence had caught up with her story? The 2:54 a.m. phone call traced to her husband's longtime mistress? Yes. his mistress for years. The same call she first claimed to us was from a kidnapper. The same call she lied that she knew nothing about in 2022, but later admitted she answered it, only after being forced to tell the truth. And that call lasted 54 seconds. 54 seconds that changed everything. 54 seconds she refuses to explain. What's the meaning behind the fifth? Let's be very clear. Pleading the fifth is a constitutional right. It protects individuals from self-incrimination. But it also sends a message that the truth, if spoken, could be dangerous. It's not the plea of someone with nothing to hide. It's the refuge of someone who fears the truth. If your husband was missing, if your home was surrounded by police, if you had nothing to do with it, wouldn't you want to answer it and let them know? Wouldn't you need to let them know about it and not be silent? Silence is not innocence. The lies that came, even after that deposition, the contradictions continue. She claimed to investigators she did not know about the phone call, but phone logs proved otherwise. The 2:54 a.m. call was real, and it was answered. And it came from a woman who had been in Calvin's life for years. A woman his wife knew about. A woman she lied about. So what was said in that 54 seconds? Why did she hide it? And why has no one at Port St. Lucie Police Department demanded the answer? The truth is, this silence did not stand alone. It was protected, ignored, and buried. The lead detective never questioned her about that call. They accepted her story without proof, her lies. And the Port St. Lucie Police Department repeated her words as if they were gospel. Meanwhile, the truth sat right there in the phone records. A 54-second call that could have changed the entire direction of the case. Instead, the report focused on false claims that Calvin suffered from anxiety, depression, and insomnia. That's the story they want you to believe. Lies made up to justify their accidental drowning narrative. While the real story, the one that began at 2:54 a.m., was left to drown in silence. When someone pleads the fifth, it means they fear their truth will harm them. But what about the harm already done to the innocent? To Calvin? To a family left to grieve without answers? To justice? Silence in plain sight? There's a difference between legal silence and moral silence. The law might protect her from self-incrimination, but it cannot protect her from accountability. When I sat there and I heard those words, I plead the fifth, I realized this wasn't just her silence. It was the system's silence too. A silence that began in 2021 and continues every day justice is denied. But silence cannot stop the truth, and the truth does not drown. My brother Calvin deserved better than her lies, her contradictions, and, of course, her silence. Justice cannot be pled away. Justice cannot be hidden behind the fifth. Justice interrupted will not stop. We continue our relentless fight. And so we turn the page to the next chapter, not because the story is over, but because this journey continues. Because seeking truth is not a favor, it is a right. And I won't stop walking this road, walking this journey, until every truth is seen and every lie is challenged and every silent voice is heard. We must continue to say his name. Calvin Berry. Loud and clear, Calvin Berry. Because the world will know his name, Calvin Berry. And if you believe truth matters, stand with me. Sign the petition at change.org. Demand justice for Calvin. And help us fight for answers we still do not have. I am Dornette Mullings. This is Justice Interrupted. Until next time, never stop asking, never stop seeking, and never stop seeing something and saying something.